Mistakes, they happen, but there are three which are going to cost you your business. So in this video, I'm going to show you what those mistakes are, how you can fix them. I'm going to show you how you can avoid them in the first place if you're just starting out. But first, let me tell you about my first business when I didn't know what these mistakes were and how to avoid them. I was told that starting a business was the way to financial freedom. So I opened an Etsy store. I spent 5 months learning everything there was to learn, hiring the right people, and building systems, but it was destined to fail. The issue was every time I got a sale, I was only making $3 or $4 of profit per sale. And if I wanted to make $10,000 per month, I would have had to make 3,334 sales every single month. Would I have been successful if I kept at it for years? Maybe. But the issue was I didn't have tens of thousands of dollars to sink into the business. After this, I learned that I had the wrong business model. I was doing B2C, which means I was selling to consumers, meaning I was only making a few dollars per sale. So after some research, I realized that I had to sell B2B, meaning that I was selling to businesses. If I was charging $2,500 per business, this would mean I'd only need 4 clients to reach my goal of $10,000. If you are a beginner, you have to sell B2B because all you need is a few clients and boom, suddenly you'll be making $10,000 to $15,000 per month, and you can scale from there and be making a lot more. So having the right business model is important. You get that. So what's the other fatal mistake, you might be asking? So the thing with selling is that it's a journey that people have to go on before they buy whatever it is you are selling. So people can create funnels to control that journey and to make sure that people end up buying. So Daniel Priestley said that everything is downstream from lead generation. So lead generation is the most important thing that you could be focusing on. Leads are basically people who might be able to buy from you. So they might have filled out an expression of interest or signed up for a waiting list. Or you might have had a look at them and think that they're a good fit to buy your product. So that would be your ideal client profile. The thing with selling is, even if you're not good at it, there's bound to be people who will just book an appointment and end up buying. But it's obviously not possible if you're reaching out to the wrong people. For example, if you're selling like AI solutions for $2,500 a month, there's no point reaching out to college students because not only do they not have an interest or need in buying what you're selling, they don't have the money to buy what you're selling. So having terrible lead generation is the second fatal mistake that new business owners and sometimes even experienced business owners make. This is why having an ideal client profile is so important. Because one, you can reach out to similar people who have the want and need to buy your product. And two, they have similar problems, so you can have similar solutions for them, making your fulfillment much easier and faster. Okay, so you're selling B2B now, and you fix your lead generation issue. So what is the last fatal mistake that business owners make? So the thing is, when people start selling B2B and they're told you need to charge a high ticket, they end up charging $500 or $1,000. The issue with that is that people don't take into account the cost of providing that service. They might be spending $250 on software, $500 on paying some teammates, and if you're running ads, then it's just game over for you. The point is, people only end up making a few $100s per sale and sometimes even taking a loss. So this is why it's so important to figure out how much it's actually costing you per client. So this would include how much it costs you to get a client, any softwares, any teammates you're paying, and literally any other expense that can be related to you getting that service done for your client. So once you've got that number, let's say it's $700, then you can end up charging them $1,500 or $2,000 per month rather than $1,000. Even though the difference doesn't look huge, it adds up. When you get 10 to 20 clients, that will end up being like $10,000 to $15,000 extra profit that you get rather than only getting $3,000 profit or something like that. This doesn't mean that you go out and start charging $10,000 per month, but this just means just make sure that you're at least getting $500 to $1,500 profit per client. As your business grows, your prices can grow too, so you don't end up with 70 clients, which is impossible to deal with without a proper team. But that's for another video. Hopefully this video had even a little bit of value to you. In return, I just asked you to like and comment any questions